I'm Tom from DIY Life Tech, and I'm going to make my first trade or investment with the Robinhood app. So I signed up for Robinhood. This is part of my 1K test series, and here I am in the interface. I put my $1,000 in here, and let's go ahead and make the first investment. So you can trade individual stocks here, and I think it's interesting the list that they've given me of different companies. So this is Snap, like Snapchat. It's the first one on the list, so let's go ahead and invest in it. I'm going to go in here, so I've got some basic info. I've got the current share price. I've got a little chart. I've got a description of the company, some key statistics, news, and analyst ratings. So they're giving me this nice sort of simple display. But here's where I'm going to go ahead and buy some Snapchat, apparently. Invest, and I can choose dollars or shares. In this case, I'm going to do dollars. So one cool thing with Robinhood is that they allow you to do fractional shares. So I don't need to buy $71 worth of this in order to invest in it. I can go ahead and enter any amount I want. So let's do like $50 just to try this out. Estimated quantity, it's going to tell me the number of shares I'm in effect buying there. Say review order. Let's see, $50 in the current market price. Or it'll be placed after the market opens. So right now it's after hours. Fine, I'll go ahead and say buy. Now it's going to ask me to put my password in to verify my account. Let's pause and I'll do that without showing it. Okay, super. I think that worked. So order pending, the amount that I've invested so far. I haven't invested anything because it needs to buy once the market is open tomorrow. But I can say done, and it sounds like that's as easy as it is to make that investment. Let's go back and see if it says anything in my portfolio. Not yet, but it's saying that I'm going to own these shares of Snap there. So I like that it's a really super easy process to do this. I'm kind of curious what my tax forms will look like at the end of the year because it is such an easy process to do this. But I like that you get a very simple display when you go in here of the key statistics about companies. And again, I think it's really interesting what companies they've chosen to highlight. It's kind of stuff that probably young people, millennials, Gen Z people would have heard of. But I can invest in other things. Coca-Cola as another stock in here. Probably most people have heard of that. Let's put $20 into it. Why not? And you can see it's going to confirm my employment status, interestingly. Yep, that's me. Now it's going to start to go through a bunch of other things. So I'm going to pause this and answer my personal questions without being on the screen. So these questions are interesting, and it's interesting that they're asking them to me after I've already made my first investment. So it's, what would you do if you lost 10% of the value of your portfolio? I think this is interesting. I'd probably say I'll keep or buy more. It's asked me a bunch of other questions about net worth and income and things that, again, I don't want to share with the internet. But I think it's interesting that they're asking these questions, after you've already started to use the app. All right, cool. So I'm done. And we can go ahead and buy a little Coca-Cola. So I think this is neat, again, that you can do these individual orders. It's super easy, and I'll see what it's like after it actually executes and what my portfolio ends up looking like there. This is part of the 1K test series where I'm putting $1,000 into different cutting-edge investment apps, DeFi systems, and monitoring what happens. So please subscribe and follow along. And as always, nothing here should be construed as investment advice. This is informational only, and you should always consult with your own advisor before making any kind of financial decision.